all culture heads, all religious leaders present, thank you for being here. I entitled today's speech, The Post-Liberation Pearl of Africa. We know what the Pearl of Africa looked like when Sir Winston Churchill called it so, but then after liberation, there was a new picture that was painted. That is what I'm here to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we are here today is tourism and peace. These are two elements, right? But they are not self-made. Rather, jointly created by a group of parents who are resilient, elegant, intelligent, brilliant, but headed by a heaven-sent grandparent, and that is the one and only president of the Pearl of Uganda. Not so long ago, we as Ugandans had lost hope, and that was in the hands of the pigeonhole constitution and the other regimes that had turned our independence into captivity. With tribalism at its peak, the army was pulled into politics, and what followed was the death of constitutionalism and the birth of dictatorial regimes that were characterized by corruption, killing, brutality, raping, and torture. Peace fighters had become the peace breakers, all under the leadership of the former military regimes that had taken over power. Abduction was a daily song, and all the 19, 40, 50, 60 babies who know that whenever one heard of the Panda Gali, the Mali Yamungu group, fear and terror would fill your hearts. And not only that, foreigners were sent out of the country, imagine, given an ultimatum in 90 days. Life in villages turned primitive. Our parents, our grandparents had to use wild plants as substitutes for soap and ash for salt. But then, God is always on our side for good in my country. A group of resilient and envisioned people headed by a man with vision. A group of 27 guns went to the bush. 5 years down the road, fighting for peace, unity, and transformation for prosperity and liberation from the by then destroyed Uganda. It did not take a long time. As an envisioned people, NRM proved that it was the best leading party. On the 26th of January, 1986, the liberator of the beloved country, a man with a vision of sustainability of life, a true definition of Ubuntu, had conquered the evils of the then henchmen, and by that Ugandans who were pulled off the hook. It did not take a long time, and the actions of our grandfathers started to bloom. In 1997, the universal free primary education was introduced. In 2007, the universal secondary education was introduced too. Our grandfathers saw that our problem of Uganda by then was an ignorance, a lack of information that was precipitated by an absence of a universal free formal education. Thus, his visionary agenda of introducing the universal free formal education provoked grandfather. Well, he has done a lot, and we can't say. In proceeding, not only had the former regimes rampaged Uganda's education, but also our economy, our health, our security, and our tourism. Today, to your notice, Your Excellency, the economy of Uganda that stood at $1.5 billion by liberation time, right now stands at $52.72 billion due to your strategy and hard work. Thank you so much. Emioga, nuts, and PDM, plus so many other strategies have taken our economy to greater horizons, and all these are possible due to your visionary leadership, Jaja. Thank you so much. Under your stewardship, Jaja, Uganda has a very strong health system that saw a global pandemic out of the country in 2 years before the superpowers did. Imagine. The Ebola fights, the measles and rubella vaccination, the end of AIDS by 2030 vision, besides the anti-polio campaign, have all been a success due to your visionary leadership, Jaja. And today in security, what can we say? The CONI was silenced, the ADF was silenced, and with the people of Kasese, we know what that means for us. The UPDF and police are at international level. They are even being deployed by the UN to protect other countries. That is what we mean by stability. And with this whole picture painted, That is the stability that has brought about the peace, that has gathered all of us, despite of the color, the country, the tribe, the religion, the state, whether lame, whether disabled, whether able, whether not able. We are all here to celebrate the World Tourism Day because of that peace and under a theme of tourism and peace. Thank you for coming. This stability, since we were known as the poor country, Kasese known as the very conflictus society, even after the peace by NRM was brought about, still the stability was globally known again. And when it was globally known, all those that had been sent out, by God's grace, no one anymore cares about being sent out. Instead, all they care about is coming to the country, flow in, spend days, weeks and nights, touring the Pearl of Africa and appreciating her beauty. And to your notice, Your Excellency, I would like to bring this to you that 1.5 million tourists enter the country per year because of the peace that you have advocated for. 7.7% is added to our national gross domestic product because of all that you have done for us. All thanks to you and your entire NRM party cadres. We thank you for training tour guides, the game wardens, the rangers with a variety of language and hospitality skills. More so, the improved infrastructures like the airports, the roads, the luxurious accommodations like the Pearl of Africa Hotel, and so many more have made our tourism industry second to none in the whole of Africa, Europe, and some parts of Asia. As we all know generally, lasting peace is a prerequisite for the continuing of tourism and travel. And NRM has maintained that peace actively. An applause for them. And if we can all recall the NRM Manifesto 21 to 2026 on tourism, then we all certainly believe that our grandfather aimed at nothing less than improving environmental sustainability and promoting sustainable practices in the tourism industry, which he has fully done. He has educated people about tourism. Even me right now, I know that I have a right to enter the park and tour. It's not only for the whites, it's not only for those that have big monies, but it is for all of us that claim and say and proudly say we are Ugandans. And in a nutshell, in embracing the National Development Plan 3 of making Uganda one of the top 5 tourism destinations by 2050, we believe as young people that government should put into consideration the making of our Kasese airfield and airport to ease access to these hidden gifts, these hidden hearts of the Pearl of Africa. Looking at the Mount Rwenzori, this has been a very good exploration for many. Looking at the Queen Elizabeth, the only place with climbing lions. Easing access to that would be a very great privilege and a very good incentive for the improvement of the tourism industry of Uganda. With this ease and access, the foreigners and everyone will be able to access this, and we cannot believe, we cannot imagine that the dreamland that we dream of as Africans of Uganda will be seen. With our grandfather at 80, happy birthday, Your Excellency. With our grandfather at 80 years young, we pray for more years for you, Jaja, that you may see we, the Mazukulu, flourish in the 3 historical missions that you set when you came into power. One of them, the ensuring the security of African people, including Ugandans, the strategic security of the African people, and taking advantage of the brotherhood of Africans to achieve the first 2 missions. As our motto goes, for God and my country, we will always stand together as Ugandans. It doesn't matter your party, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your age. Uganda is for us and we are for it. We will always stand together and we will fight for conservation for generations. Nature is our best friend, Rwenzori is our pride. Let you plant a tree, conserve the environment, because these are the lungs of our life. With this, education is abundant treasure. For God and my country, I remain Nasiri Glory and Gabere, Kasese Secondary School. Thank you.
Wow. Mukube Mungaro, put hands together, ladies and gentlemen. kati ebyondoza wali badde osubira omwana afudde mu masomero g'e Kampala ye yali badde ayogera oluzungu ng'olwo si ekyo kale mukubire President Museveni engalo kati ab'e Kasese mwe mutusinga oluzungu. Wow, thank you so much. I congratulate you. I don't know if the head teacher is here, but this message, yes, I know I'm not going to give you the microphone, I'm not the MC, but I have to thank you because you represent what Ugandans must know. You don't have to be in Kampala to achieve what government does. You can do it wherever you are. So, mwebale nnyo omulimu gwange ogwadde okusinga okubeera important, bannamawulire batwale message y'omwana ono paka omukulembeze eggwanga, era ndi very sure nti najja kuddamu. Bw'atakuddamu nze ngenda okwekimira ku ssomero oba nze nja omuleeta. Thank you so much, I love you. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala.